Find out how at least 18 billionaires were able to receive disaster relief stimulus checks. Okay, don't get too mad. Why the Federal Reserve announced that they will begin scaling back bond buying stimulus efforts. Yeah, banking stocks are going down today. And the great news of leading lawmakers putting important stimulus items back into the infrastructure stimulus bill. After this, lots going to change over the next couple of months, folks. Hey, everybody, it's Andrew Cartwright. Happy Thirsty Thursday or Thankful Thursdays. We're in November, right? Here's your daily stimulus check, second stimulus check, third stimulus check, fourth stimulus check, executive action, executive order, and stimulus package update for Thursday, November 4th, 2021. And in California, it'd probably be their fifth or sixth stimulus check. They're getting a lot. My goal in these videos is to give you the best information to access government and, of course, private money for yourself, loved ones, and your business, which is why of the lending company Capital Velocity, 12 different programs, 75 banking partners. You can be approved in as much as 15 minutes, and we got up to $5 million credit lines and rates as low as 2.8% or something like that. At any rate, make sure you check it out. As a new way to reach out to you guys and how to connect as a community, I've created a free game just for us to have some fun, to win great prizes, and get a closer community to all of us and also to me so I can feel more connected to you. So please click on the link down below and start answering those questions. You win points, and you can share this video and get points for that, and a course and all kinds of stuff. You're going to get free stuff for doing that. You can create a username. It's completely anonymous, so you don't have to worry about giving your information or anything like that. We're going to give away amazing prizes, and, it's fun. Stay tuned to the channel here, though, for personal finance, real estate, stock market, crypto, and other investments to generate you income and save you money. Grab my real estate program. It's only $99, 36 videos, a master in real estate. It's a $10,000 course. I spent $45 million making all the mistakes so you don't have to, when to buy, how to buy, market cycles. It's incredible how, even if you're just buying a house, there's really detailed information in there that'll give you in 5 to 7 minutes stuff that really matters. There's 10 hours of content there. I overshot this one. I think it's the best real estate course out there for the least amount of money, which is kind of odd, right? Regularly, it's a lot more, but it's yours for only $99. But first, a shocking report from ProPublic found that at least 18 billionaires, along with hundreds of extremely wealthy Americans, were able to receive a disaster relief stimulus check intended for those who don't make millions of dollars, right? The report found, quote, about 270 wealthy people received payments in the first round of stimulus checks directly by lawmakers in 2020, despite having a total of $5.7 billion in income. Yeah, I'm sure it really mattered that they got this money because, $1.7 million plus $1,400, not bad, right? Well, they also found, quote, these rich taxpayers receive stimulus checks after tapping complex tax deductions to reduce their net income to less than zero, qualifying them for a check, end quote. Utilizing write-offs, deductions, and other tax loopholes to minimize their income, they appeared to the IRS to have net income of less than zero, making these eligible for payments. It's jaw-dropping for a lot of people, especially during this time. This has been going on for over 100 years, folks. So this is not new news, right? Americans were able to receive the disaster relief stimulus check intended to go to those struggling citizens. The wealthy got this. And this is exactly why we should tax the uber wealthy so that we can pay their fair share of taxes like the rest of us. Or just go to a freaking flat tax. Charge us on what we buy. Leave everybody alone. We don't have to attack the rich because this is kind of what they do. You attack the rich and then you turn around and then you take from the poor and then you attack the rich. It's the same game. The fact is they don't need this much money. They really don't. All they need is a simple flat tax. If you buy a, billion-dollar boat, well, pay $1 billion worth of taxes. The biggest kind of scam is like when they buy jets and write off the whole jet. Now you're writing off like $60 million in income by buying a jet? Are we serious? Meanwhile, the Federal Reserve announced yesterday that they plan to dial back their bond purchasing, and it aims to put an end to their stimulus buying by June, approving plans to begin scaling back its bond buying purchase program. This marks a major step towards withdrawing its aggressive pandemic drive economic support aimed at recent in the inflation surge, which apparently they're switching. What does this mean to you guys? It means that basically rates will go up because the Fed is not buying. The market will have to start buying bonds. That means mom and pop investors, that means institutions will have to step up to the plate to buy bonds. If there's less of a market for the bonds, the bond purchases will go up for the investors so they can make more money, because the Federal Reserve doesn't care about money because, well, they print it, or the Treasury Department prints it for them. They don't even bear the cost of printing it. They explained in a statement, quote, that the Federal Reserve ongoing purchasing and holding of the securities will continue to foster smooth market functioning and accommodative financial conditions, thereby supporting the flow of credit to households and businesses. Interesting how they say that they're going to purchase and hold securities to foster and smooth it, but they're saying they're going to buy less of them, which means the kind of support we've had so far is not going to be there. It's just not. They continue, quote, inflation is elevated, largely reflecting factors that are expected to be transitory. Supply and demand imbalances related to the pandemic and reopening of the economy have contributed to sizable price increases in some sectors, end quote. Also, you got like chip manufacturers, because everything has a chip in it. Pretty soon your kids will have chips in them when they're born, right? Somehow it'll happen. Well, there's only like 4 big chip manufacturers in the world. One of them in China burnt down. So we lost, and they did 60% of the chip manufacturing, or 65%. And everyone else has had to pick up the slack, which is why products are not getting to market. Because it could be one chip in a car that has 36 chips in it that could stop that car from getting to you, which makes every car that you can get more valuable, right? It's kind of simple. It's as simple as that, just to help you out, kind of get an influx. How many products come with chips in it? Think about it. Even my light that is lighting me right now has a chip in it, right? Everything, the camera has tons of chips, probably 20. It will be fascinating to see what happens in the U.S. economy once the bond buying stimulus efforts are gone. So stay tuned to the channel and for breaking news and an update in the Fed's, their decision to wind down bond purchasing stimulus efforts. I know me personally, I was surprised by the announcement. It hit me. My Bank of America stocks plummeted, and so did my Wells Fargo. Today, I've lost a little over probably $12,000 between B of A and Wells Fargo just in those 2 stocks because of this. We're not going to buy purchases because Wells Fargo sells it to the Fed. Finally, leading lawmakers, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, have added important disaster relief items back into highly anticipated infrastructure bill, pushing for 4 weeks of paid family and medical leave to be put back into the social spending stimulus bill. Top politicians hope to include more important efforts like 4th stimulus check into the disaster relief proposal before it's approved by Congress. And then it's over because they got to argue for another 4 months to get anything passed. And off to President Biden's desk, of course, for his autograph, which makes it law. Yes, Pelosi explained, quote, as we are reviewing priorities and at the urging of many members of her caucus, I have asked the Ways and Means Committee, which is the financial, can we make it work, for its legislation for paid family and medical leave to be included in the morning's hearing. Yeah, they got to argue stuff and hash stuff out. Yes. She continues, quote, we must have legislation agreed to by the House and the Senate in the final version of the Build Back Better Act that we will send to the president's desk. We must strive to find common ground in the legislation, end quote. Yep. Well, it's a lot of hype talk, too, because they don't really need the bipartisan support. But they say that. But it doesn't matter. The Dems are going to push this through no matter what Republicans do. It just is what it is. Hopefully, this important stimulus proposal can be put into the long-awaited infrastructure stimulus bill, allowing millions of Americans some financial flexibility and ability to spend more time with their families, which is the most. Wouldn't you say that's the most important thing in life is your family during the times of need, or any time, frankly? And believe it or not, we're like the last to implement this. It's all over the world. They have these type of programs in almost every, first, second world type. I hate to say that. That sounds terrible, but it is what it is. They already have these programs in their infrastructure, in their government. That is your stimulus check, second stimulus check, and executive action and stimulus package update for Thursday, November 4th, 2021. Thank you for watching and for making it to the end. Please leave a comment with how many different places you've lived in. How many places have you actually lived in? Love to know. I'm Andrew Cartwright. Please stay safe out there. I've lived mostly in Northern California, Vallejo area next to Napa, and then also in Las Vegas primarily. I floated around in my 20s around the Bay Area, Burlingame, Concord, all the Bay, around the Bay, top of the Bay, bottom of the Bay, North Bay, East Bay, around the Bay in San Francisco. So, and then now I love Las Vegas, and then I go to Dubai. So that's a lot of fun. Take care. Love you.